Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be my video kind of wrapping up how week 7 went for me on YouTube. For those of you who are new here, my name is Becky and I started this YouTube channel on August 1st, and I have uploaded a video every single day since that day. So I believe I'm at 60 some videos at this point, and I've learned a few things along the way. And so every week, at the end of the week, I like to kind of do a wrap up video like this, talking about what I learned over the week. You may see me looking down a little bit. I've got notes. This is actually the second time I'm filming this, and that's one of the things that I'm going to talk to you about. I've had a little bit of equipment a few equipment issues this week. Um, so let's kind of go over what the highlights were for the week. The first thing that we did after my 6 week was a revised job search spread for this week, a week 38, and I will post that up here. That revised spread worked very, very well for me. I think I can even simplify it a little bit more for this coming week. But actually, I didn't end up finding as many jobs as I thought I would. So I think I might just continue to use that for the week, and go again because I do still have room on it. So, but the spread itself is working great. I'm loving it. There's just not a lot of jobs in my field that are posted right now. So that's the only issue that I have with it, not with the spread itself. Uh, then we had the Plan With Me live on the weekend. I will be doing that again this Sunday. I did have a request to make it a little bit later, so we're going to be doing 9:30 in the morning this coming Sunday. There is already a notification of the Plan With Me live on my channel. So if you go to my channel's main page, you should be able to see a place where you can be notified when I go live for that particular live. Um, I think I got some of the kinks worked out. I watched some videos on how to make sure that I could create a horizontal live within YouTube Studio and then still go live on my phone in a horizontal format. So we're hoping that works this time. Fingers crossed that that's going to be all right. We'll see. If not, we'll pivot and I'll let you know where to go be, what have you, for that. So we will do a live on Sunday, again, at 9:30 Central Time. Uh, I did a video on, let's see, I did a video on Monday of the readathon, checking in on my progress of that. I did a video on the top 10 essentials that I think are important for planning, decorative planning especially, and what kind of things that you need for that. It is not really expensive or very sticker heavy or anything like that. So if you're interested in just getting down to minimalist bare essentials, that's a great video to watch. I will link that one up here. And then the following day, I took those top 10 essentials and I made an alternate spread for my vertical weekly space using it in a horizontal layout. I had no idea that so many people were interested in having alternate layouts for that vertical weekly space. Personally, I love the vertical weekly space, but not everyone does apparently, and so you guys were really, really interested in that. So I was very surprised pleasantly, but it was something that I was happy to be able to share with you guys. Uh, and then yesterday was the Every Minute a Story washi haul. I got some washies from the July pre-sale with Every Minute a Story, and we unboxed them and looked at them together. Uh, so that was the highlights from this past week. Um, some of the things that I learned over this past week, things are always going to go wrong. I keep thinking that one day I'm going to get this whole thing figured out and everything is going to go smoothly for a whole week. And that I don't think is ever going to be the case. It started with, let's see. Oh, it started with the Plan With Me Live. My internet went out at the very end, and so all of a sudden the screen froze up. I couldn't say anything, and So I ended up having to kind of film a little wrap-up video going over this just the last final details of the spread. Uh, on the Magical Readathon, I took armloads of books out into onto my balcony. I was going to sit with you outside. We were going to have a conversation out there. My phone overheated within the first 15 minutes, and so all of that footage had to be reshot. So I came inside and did an alternate video for that. But it was a lot of work to get it all set up outside and then not have that work. Uh, when I discussed my planning essentials, my pens that I have used religiously for years just stopped working. I think I went through 4 pens before I got a black pen that actually worked. Now, if I was doing a lot of editing, I could edit that out and you would never see it, but I'm not editing, and I think that's actually important that you see that things don't always go according to plan. So, uh, that was a fun, not so fun video to shoot because I was pivoting a lot for the pen, and eventually it was my very trusty Micron pen that ended up saving the day for me. So always have one of these on hand. Uh, and then just today, this is now the second time I am filming this video because I filmed the first time using my Raycon uh, earbuds. And when I was putting in the cards on YouTube, big tip, you should always watch the video all the way through. And I do now because I had one video that had no sound very early on. But when I was watching the video to put the cards in, I noticed that the sound started echoing midway through with these earbuds. And normally they give great sound, but this time they didn't. And so I have gotten out my trusty Zoom meeting microphone. It's not the most stylish thing, but it's going to work for me. And I can get you the information that you are looking for on this. So, uh, you can't control the internet. You can't always control your technology or your equipment or even your pens, but you can take a deep breath, breathe, pivot, and work out a backup plan. And so, one of the things, if I wasn't telling you all of this behind the scenes and all the things that went wrong, and if I was editing and could easily edit out the issues with the pens, you wouldn't even know that was happening. For most channels, you don't know all of the things that are going wrong behind the scenes. Because I am also including information on how to YouTube for people on my channel, I want to make sure that I'm leaving this in and that you can see the full story. But you're not always seeing it, and that's okay. A video might not go out looking exactly the same way you thought it would, but it's okay. And people are still going to be interested and still going to watch. So those were kind of my big lessons this week. And then the other lesson that I learned this week was that you guys really, really like alternate layouts, especially for that vertical weekly. That video did very, very well compared to most of the videos on my channel. So I personally love the vertical layout, but I come from a bullet journaling background, and so I have used a lot of kind of different layouts on that vertical page in the past, and so I will work through a few more of those for you in the future and bring you guys some additional alternatives of how you can use that space. I didn't realize that it was necessarily such a difficult space for people to kind of wrap their head around. So I'm happy to share some of those things with you. So you can expect some more of those to come in the future, which kind of brings me to what's coming. The Archer and Olive unboxing is finally coming. I know I promised that last week. I shouldn't have because I had not received the box yet. And I thought for sure it was not going to be a full week late. And it ended up arriving last night. So last night I unboxed it. I filmed the video. The video is already up on YouTube, so I know that it's fine. So you will be able to see that video tomorrow. That will post tomorrow morning. Then on Sunday, we'll do another Plan With Me Live. Again, that one's going to be at 9:30 in the morning. If you want to be notified, go to my page and look for the little live blurb and click that you want to be notified. And then YouTube will let you know that I'm going live. On Monday, I did a lot of strategies this week. It changed a lot of things around in my YouTube channel. And I want to talk to you about that. So on Monday, we will kind of go over some of the changes that I made, why I made them, where I got the ideas from, how I did it, and what I found the results to be. So we'll talk YouTube strategies on Monday. That should be fun. And then I'll give you another alternate weekly layout for the verticals. And I'm really itching to get into my October monthly. I keep looking for information there and I'm not seeing it. So we'll get into that on sometime this week. And on the last live, you guys asked, or you guys saw that I was going to the Great Forest Park balloon race this weekend. So that's happening tonight and tomorrow afternoon. I will be going over to kind of check it out, and you guys asked if I would vlog that. So I'm going to step way outside my comfort zone and attempt to vlog the balloon race. I'm not going to promise anything because I learned my lesson from last week, but I am going to attempt to do some kind of vlog material for that. And we'll see what I can come up with and put together. And so if I can come up with something that is cohesive and nice and and looks like it'll be entertaining for you guys, I will post it. Otherwise, it might be short. It might be a series of photos compiled into a short. I don't know. But I'll get you something on the Great Forest Park balloon race happening this weekend in St. Louis. So those are the things that happened last week, what I learned from it all, and what you can expect going forward next week. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a fairly short one. I'm getting a little better at these wrap-up things as we go along. I will actually put here a playlist of all of my check-ins from the past weeks and specifically just last week's video for you guys. So if you're interested in looking back on the journey, I would love you to do that. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow with an Archer and Olive unboxing. Bye.